Hello everyone, Swadika. Welcome to a special for Thailand. I do daily oracle card readings with card decks that I made of the chickens, and I wanted to do one for Thailand in our situation right now with the government being taken over by the military and everything going on, and where we're going from here. And also it occurred to me after I did the Rising Above Dragon video, the live chicken oracle, after talking about it, I realized that the whole story of what's going on with Thailand was really embodied in the chicken oracle for Rising Above Dragon. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit and interpret that reading over in terms of Thailand, how I would specifically apply it to Thailand. And I have Atam Ra here with me for the video. I don't know how long he'll stay, but he's being pretty good right now. But anyway, he represents a leader in Egypt, where he was like the first really powerful, wonderful, amazing leader that brought many things to Egypt, and really gave rise to he has his diapers on. Here, let me take them off. Gave rise to the Western culture. So much of Western culture, if not pretty much all of it, can be rooted back to Egypt. And Atam Ra was the kind of the first major amazing leader that was no longer like a mythical figure. So and also he's a Sarama. He's molting, so his tail feathers are a little short right now, but these birds were made as a gift to the king of Thailand, originally given to them by a man in Malaysia who created the Sarama, meaning Mr. King, named after the king of Thailand. So anyway, to talk about the story of the dragon in terms of Thailand. So first, the chicken had a week. If you haven't checked out the program, I'll kind of talk about what happened. But we had the chicken that was very special, or very rare or unique. It was something important, because I only have a few, but it's a earth element, something very tangible on earth. So in terms of the government, this was something special to Thailand. And what happened was the dragons took it away. So it was like the dragon represents just the really ancient primal part of our brain that is instinctive or reactive, or it's not very it gets what it needs just by ambush or force or whatever. It's not like highly developed beautiful, spiritual being with a lot of insight, and it's not the part of the human that we're really proud of. The dragons are more of the instinctive primal reactions to things. So although that can be good and useful at times, we don't want to be operating out of that on a regular basis, like people go unleash the dragons when it gets to money issues, or things that people really want for ego, or maybe even survival. People feel like they need these things for survival, but survival, we can survive in many different ways. We can be really innovative and figure out different ways to survive if we don't have what we need all the time. So anyway, so this for the sake of survival, this weak thing, the chicken that died, that was very special, was taken away. So our government was taken away, and I say "are" just because my chickens are permanent residents, so I'm planning to stay here for forever. I don't have a plan to leave. I'm just gonna keep, staying here as long as my chickens are here. So, even though I'm new to Thailand, I still consider this my country. And I do, really feel like this is what where I want to be, and the things that I want to identify with this is Thailand, So, anyway, so we had the earth that was taken away, but then there's this other chicken who was skinned alive and wanted to live, but it was a mental element. So there's the mind that's connected to this the government that has been taken away for survival. There, this weak thing that was draining our country. It really wasn't serving. Even if it had a promise to serve, it wasn't. It hasn't yet. So this was taken away, and then there's this mind that is really attached to it. And right now, I don't believe that we have detached from the old problems or the old government. So this is about that we really need to detach, because all the talk around this is not going to help us. We can separate from it, and whatever we really need to remember, we'll remember when we are looking towards a new place to, a new government, a new system, and we don't have to dwell on what was, and it's not, we can't bring it back at this point. So we just need to separate our mind and refocus ourselves, look towards the future, because there's a lot of poison, talk around this, a lot of poison mind. The more we think about these things, I know there might be things that make us angry, but we need to just forgive and detach from these things and realize that people had their limitations, expectations were not met, and we have to be okay with accept with what it was and what it could and could not do. So we just need to separate now from that situation, and then the fact that the chicken was skinned, it means by keeping our mind connected to this situation, we're kind of scattered. We can't focus. It's like when there's something that is taking our energy, we're not able to really put our energy in the place we need to go, because we're kind of scattered from continuing to look at this place of lack, like what we don't have. We need to stop looking at what we don't have, what was not. We don't need to look at that anymore. We need to bring it all together now and move forward. And then the other thing about that chicken was that it had the puncture holes in its ribs, so it was breathing not just out of its mouth but out of its body, and this is an excess. Breath is the way you relate life to the higher intelligence and to our higher ideals and our higher self and to the gods and goddesses. So this is, our breath is what really connects us to the spirit. There's too much breath, which means, excess. It was, not just breathing out of its mouth, but breathing out of its whole body. And when we have excess, it means that we're putting too much, we're kind of expecting too much. We're expecting too much, and we're really needing more from this higher intelligence than what we're getting. We're trying to grasp for more. We keep grasping instead of just coming down a little bit and being okay with where we are, and just breathing in the moment. We're kind of trying to get a whole lot really quick, where we just need to kind of bring it down a notch and not be too over optimistic. Just be really grounded now and breathe from our point of focus in this time and in this moment and with what we got right now and where we're at right now. And then after that, there were the two incidences with the chickens, where one I was talking about, everybody was freezing, and then people were kind of I was yelling and everybody was getting really afraid. So it's like, we need to stay calm, because when people start to go into a frenzy, then it throws other people into a frenzy, and we need to kind of keep our calm, keep our cool, and keep our focus, because the frenzy is really just going to waste our time, and we need to just have faith and breathe in the moment. And the other thing is that we are in a freeze right now. The government did put us in a freeze with our curfew and with the no TV and the no school for a few days, so it's this is a good thing. This is actually, whether they're consciously doing this or not, it is really the ingredients for major change. So we need to take a break now and just freeze for a minute and look around us and see what we got. Just stop everything, take our break, reset, and then the last thing was that I realized that the chickens are safer being free range, and I talk about going into a wild state where you're kind of wild and free and outside of the box. Normally you're in this structure, and now we have to totally get out of this structure, get out of our minds of what was, and kind of unwind and kind of unleash that kind of crazy energy just for a little bit, although I think the protests really did that too. That the protests that's what that's about also. We're unwinding from this state, and just kind of going a little bit crazy here for a little bit, but it's okay, because anything that changes from one state of being to another state of being, you have to go through that point of destabilization. So this was the government, and this was our country before, and now we go into the state where everything's upheavaled, and everything's a little bit strange and a little bit crazy, and we just got to stay calm, and we got to stay comfortable, even though it feels very uncomfortable. It's what has to happen. So we just have to get real comfortable with this unstable state, because that's what we have to go into. We have to be unstable just for a little while until we can start to put together a new place of stability. And then once we kind of unwind and shake it all off and release and get our relief from everything in the past, then we move into our new state of being, and we can create a new place and move into a better place. So, these are exactly the stages of change and transformation, and it's really a positive thing. And it's interesting that the chickens just played that out with this dragon. And then, the other interesting thing, I didn't even realize this until after I wrote it and published it, but Rising, I named it Rising because I was thinking about, I wanted something like overcoming, trauma, but I was like, no. I didn't want any of those words in my first video. I mean, it just sounded too heavy, and I wanted something a little lighter and catchier, And I thought of rising because the chicken, when it dies, it rises above the dragon. So these old forms, rise up above the dragon, and so that's what I was thinking. But rising, actually, there's a definition of rising is for people or a coup or a group to overthrow government. It's called a rising. So there's a rising. Thailand is rising above these old things that really needed to change, and we need to really come up with a creative plan that is intelligent and that functions, good for everybody, that's efficient in doing what it needs to do. So really right now I know we have all the ingredients set up. So even though we're in this state that is uncomfortable because we're in this liminality mode before we have reached a new place of stabilization, this is how it has to go for the recipe or the equation for creating something new and something better. So I think the number one thing is we really just need to separate our minds from the government that was, and separate our minds from everything, and really put together our new plan and put our focus and attention towards the future, and everything that we want that was in the past, it will come back. We can create our reality now from the pieces of the past, but we don't have to look at the mess. We don't have to keep looking at the mess from the past. We can just move on, and we'll know those pieces right away. When we need those pieces in place, we'll get them right away. So no worries, and I think that it's a recipe for a whole new world. So I'm excited about that. And now I'm going to do a card reading with my chicken oracle cards for Thailand, just for the whole of Thailand. I'm going to do a spread, and then I'll pull some cards for yellow and red and the military. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to do a spread, a wheel, and then pull cards for a card for yellow, a card for red, and then cards for the government, and the military right now. So I put two card decks together because I think that it's possible they're both the same, but it's possible we can get the same card if there's mutual energy or mutual message between different parties, because we're looking at different stuff here. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards. Okay, so to begin with, this is where we're at now, and this is Snowflake, and she represents uniqueness and individuality, and the special nature with all of its personality. And so this is Thailand. So this is about all the different personalities of Thailand and the unique makeup of Thailand here. So I guess it's really about definition, self-definition. So right now, this is the place where we're at. So we're really the country of Thailand is really looking at itself and trying to get some definition here. And this card is how we're relating in the mind to the situation. And this is Aisha, and she represents, she's like the oldest goddess of fate, destiny, and free will. And I named her Aisha because this is actually the goddess that came before these separate ideas of free will and fate and destiny, where what she's all about is that whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. And this is the don't worry card. So this is about in our minds we really should not worry, because everybody who is involved in this situation is contributing what they can contribute, and they have their limitations, and all the not just the one individual has their limitations and their drives and their passions, but everybody else has their limitations and their drives and their passions. So, things just have to come together, and everybody is contributing what they can, and everybody has their limitations, but whatever is going to happen, it's already within us, and it's already going to come out of us and come together between us. So this is the don't worry card, because even though it seems like we have free will, and some things are fated and some things are destined, really when it comes down to it, all of it is like preset, I want to say, because it's always in us, even when we feel like we're making a choice, or we can influence things. Really, everybody is putting their influences in, and we're all here. So all the influences are already present, and so now they just have to interact and unfold. So, and the next card is the card of new beginnings, and this is about two people meeting, or a coming together of two things, maybe the two parties, or the different groups of Thailand, and through their exchange and interaction, they bring out things within each other and heal things within each other. So it's a very, very important exchange between people who really love each other, and want to promote the other one, and has things to share and offer. And the way the two people change each other, it changes them forever. So this is the new beginning card. Well, the placement is for new beginnings, so this is nice. So maybe I think instead of internal fighting, we need to really come together and recognize each other for what our concerns are, what our losses are, what our fears are, and be there for each other, and realize that we're all in this together. We all make this country up together. So we need to promote each other, and hear each other, and listen to each other, and work with each other. And when a change happens, this is a lasting change. This is something that the change is so good. It brings out the true spirit of the other. So we're bringing out who we are as individuals, and really who we always are. But sometimes we need other people to reflect on us, or to remind us, and bring a part of ourselves out. And then once we realize that this is who we are, also, we have that forever, and we can always be that. So it's a nice card of new beginnings. Maybe turn to each other to, find solutions, and work things out in a way that really provides for everybody. And we need to care about everybody's concerns, and everybody's heart, and everybody's needs. So, and that's a nice new beginning if we can do that. And this card is the way society relates to each other, and this is a great card. This is Illuminata, and the 10 of Hearts. This is the ultimate community card. So, and Thailand has phenomenal community. I mean, even in the protest, it was just like a big party. I mean, the love and the spirit was just so alive and present with the protesting. That I know that some bad things happened also, but everybody put their hearts together, and that's what this is about, is people coming together with like values, and the same values and the same goals. And I can even see that in the different parties. Everybody wants democracy. We just need something that works, and everybody wants a good financial situation, a good stable government with finances. And I know that's what everybody wants, and maybe the Red is waiting. I know that they are waiting for those promised money to come through, but we just need to look in another direction for this money, and find another way to provide, because even like United States, I noticed that about here. It's very hard to not have money here because the government doesn't really provide. There's no social services like food stamps like we have in the United States, where you're provided for if you're under a certain income level. You get health care. Well, health care is really good here, but the staple money for children and for utilities and for low income. If you're struggling and can't afford food in the United States, the government provides that. Everybody gets allotted food if you're poor. And then there's food banks where you can go, and if you're under a certain level of income, you can get that food. So this is really about community coming together with like minds and with the shared values, like hearts, shared values, shared goals, and working together as a group to really promote each other. So that's kind of really in line. If we get this one, then this one is automatic. So this is a nice coming together with the society here. And this is the transformation, and actually that's an exemplary society. This is Kung, and they have that click at the beginning of their name, Kung, and they're called the real people. They're Bushmen in Africa, and they're interdependent, where and also independent, where they break up into smaller groups and go off and do their thing, and then in times of crisis or in times of need, they come together for healing ceremonies, and they have these beautiful ceremonies where they really connect with the higher powers and bring energy through them that is not possible really just as a human, but when they connect with, they call them ropes of God, and they channel this energy down and can just produce phenomenal healing effects, and really be able to see things that normally they don't see in the everyday life, where they get the knowledge and the wisdom and the right frame of mind to handle crisis or problems. So this is our transformation. So that's a good card. And let's see. So this one is where we're going to end up, and this is a good card. It's a stable card, 4 of diamonds, stable earth. We need stable earth. So it's also a card of relaxation and purification, and purification of the skin. So it's really like clearing the name, clearing the image, putting on your glow, shaking things off, and getting your radiance going, where people are seen in their highest form of beauty. So in Thailand, I think, if we come to this stable place, this stable earth structure, that it will really be an example to people, and to be able to bring out all the personality and all the uniqueness of Thailand, and be able to bring it together in a new form of government, and to be able to have the government serve to bring out the special uniqueness of the people. Then that's beautiful thing. I mean, that's the healing we need. And I think right now people look to Thailand like beautiful beaches, but the culture and the people are just really beautiful also. And so this is a card of all of a sudden being seen for who you are, and the skin is clear, and the place is relaxed. So that's good. And then I'm going to pull a card for the red. So this is Birdie Baby, and this is this is the Ace of Earth. So this is about miracles, about things coming together like magically, where things are just created out of elements, all the right elements coming together in the right timing, and something totally new can take off. So this is the healing card for the yellow. This is, it's like when life formed, the first cell came together like this. This is the Birdie Baby magic, and the fact that we can have life on Earth, because the Earth is positioned just perfectly relative to the sun. I mean, these are, it seems like magic, but when things are really meant to be, they just kind of come together with the right elements and the right timing, with the right distance between things. So it looks like everything's going to come together really well. So all the important things will be there, and the right relationships will be formed between them to be able to create a totally new thing that can come into existence. So that's really nice. And this is for the red, and that's Cinnabarite, and this is about quick radical change. And with the quick radical change, there's an adjustment that's made. So I think it's true that there needs to be an adjustment, because I know the red is very upset about the government going away. They wanted that government, but everything that was, it can cycle back around, and this is also about like zero factoring things. So the one and the zero, the one is singularity, and the zero is you're going, and you curve back and you start back at the beginning. So it creates one thing. It's still one thing, but even though you thought you were going this way, it comes back, and whatever whatever had occurred, it kind of gets canceled out, but at the same time you begin again. And so with the quick change, which we just had a quick change, and that there's an adjustment that's made with the mind and with the body too, with the physical world. So this is a nice card. I know, that there's probably a lot of hurt pride. I know when we have a lot of investment in something and we lose it, we it kind of makes us worried. But this is saying, like, it's not lost. It's just going to kind of get canceled out, but then the energy in it, or the elements of it, are going to be used again, and we start from the beginning and do another cycle, a new cycle. So that's good. And then we have one for the military, and this is an excellent card. This is Thai tip, so it means the free people, the free magical people, and this was my dream about starting up an institution. This is about people coming together for a new institution that actually really serves the society. So this is like perfect. And I'm not sure, if they have a plan in place or what, but this is, if this is the ultimate outcome. I mean, this is how everything can flourish. This is about the right elements coming together for education, for healing, for advancement, for just the creative works, the culture. New culture can be developed, and we can enhance the old culture. It's really about even going deeper into the culture that already is there and bringing that out, and making that more available to the world. So this is the place in the United States, Esalen, that I wanted to make Thai tip like this one. It was the place where all the great minds met, and major organizations that really affected the entire world came out of this place. And even the arts were developed. So much of the arts came out of this place, and the amount of knowledge and the meeting of people. It was just phenomenal how much this actually added to not only the individuals of the culture, but it did influence the government as well. So I don't know, maybe this could influence the world and other governments. And yeah, it was a place where people got a lot of healing too, and the help that they needed that they never had before. So it's an excellent card. And then this one is Quinta, and she used to have so many frustrations, and she had fears, and this is about quintessence, actually, about coming together with people and life, and but to do that, we really need to kind of step back and see the larger picture, because when we're too focused, or we get too caught up with details, or we have a limited view, then we start to freak out a little bit. We start to have fears and anxieties and frustrations with things. So this is about stepping back and seeing the bigger picture. And so this is of course inevitable in this whole thing, that we're people, so this stuff is going to happen. But she was also extremely smart, and just had the funniest little personality too. So there was it was almost because of her brilliance that she would get so caught up in things and freak out about things. But when she stepped back and saw the bigger picture, or when she was reassured, she felt better. And actually, this is the same chicken in this picture, where she was changed forever when she met Loki, the other rooster, and she turned into a different chicken. She never had those fears or those frustrations anymore, because she did find her path in life, and she did get that healing that she needed. So I'm going to draw one more card so we don't end on fears and frustrations. And this is almost like the number one thing that's involved in this one. This is Little Spirit Angel, and she represents having to make a decision, but really, again, everybody is just collecting the information and waiting for the right feeling, and the right knowledge, the know-how, how to make the next move, and waiting for the right timing, and waiting for the certainty in the next move. So even though we feel like we don't know which way we're going to go, the way is going to eventually present itself where it's clear which way to go. So this is an excellent reading. I don't think it could be any better. It really has a lot to promise Thailand in its creation of a new system, and something that will really set an example for the world. So I mean, there's really nothing negative about this. It couldn't be a better reading or a more powerful reading. So I think that we should all be excited and feel encouraged and inspired to just stay comfortable in this state, and things will come together, and people will be able to shift into this new place, and whatever is developed, it's going to serve the uniqueness, and really bring out the special qualities of Thailand, and nurture them, and help Thailand to flourish as a personality and as a creative culture, and to serve the daily lives of people. So this looks really good, and I think that with everybody coming together like this, with our core values and goals, and sharing in a unified purpose for what we want, we can, it's anything's possible, that we can create a system that works and that really serves everybody, so we're happy. And I think this says that everything is going to really come together, and we don't have to worry. So we have the magic that can come through the people, and make things happen in the way we need them to happen. So I hope everyone got what they needed out of this, and that this is reassuring and encouraging for our situation right now. And Rak Mung Thailand and Rak Kon Thai. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really proud to be in this country, and I'm excited for watching Thailand come together and creating a new system that will be what everybody has been looking for, and maybe even serving as an example for the world, which would be wonderful. So okay, I thank you very much for watching. Khap kun ka and swadee ka.